What if the most dangerous man alive was your substitute teacher, a decorated Vietnam veteran, a covert mercenary, a man who has survived jungles, government betrayals, and black ops missions that officially never happened, a man trained to infiltrate, neutralize, and disappear. And now, he is standing in front of a Miami high school classroom packed with gang members, drug runners, and kids who have never been given a single reason to care about anything. Stick around, because this is not a feel-good teacher movie. This is a war, and the classroom is just the battlefield. It starts in Cuba. A covert mercenary team, led by Jonathan Shale, is on a black ops beach raid. No government backing, no official orders, no safety net. Just guns, training, and a mission that goes catastrophically wrong within the first hour. 3 of his men don't make it back. Wesley, Rudy, stalking, caught in a Cuban military crossfire and killed. And when the story breaks on the evening news, the US government does exactly what governments always do. They deny everything. No American involvement, no sanctioned operation. Shale and his surviving crew, they no longer officially exist. Just another classified footnote that nobody will ever read. So Shale comes home to Miami. No mission, no unit, no purpose. He is a weapon with nowhere to point himself. And then he finds his girlfriend, Jane Hetzko, in a hospital bed, her kneecap deliberately shattered, attacked while jogging. The culprit, a gang called the Kings of Destruction, the KOD, who run Columbus High School like their own private kingdom. Their leader, Juan Lacas, had been threatening Jane for weeks. She wanted him transferred. He made sure she couldn't walk instead. Jane needs a substitute teacher while she recovers.
And tell him he's got a substitute for me.
Shale needs a reason to get out of bed. And just like that, the most dangerous man in Miami becomes Mr. Smith. Harvard graduate, Yale Masters, Princeton PhD, government educator, and one-man army. Day 1, Room 3B, Columbus High School. Shale walks in, and the class does not even flinch. These kids have eaten substitute teachers for breakfast. They have run off cops, counselors, and social workers. A new face in a suit means absolutely nothing to them. Juan Lacas sits in the back row like he owns the place. Because in every way that matters inside these walls, he does. He is the reason Jane is in the hospital. He is the reason half these kids are too scared to learn anything. And he is watching Shale with the kind of look that says, "You will not last the week." But Shale does not panic. He does not raise his voice. He does not beg for attention. He waits. And when a student pulls an ice pick in the middle of class, Shale takes it calmly, efficiently, the way a soldier disarms a threat before the threat even registers what happened. The room goes quiet for the first time all day. Principal Claude Roll calls him in. Ex-cop, community pillar, man running for city council on a platform of education and hope. His warning is firm. No corporal punishment in Dade County schools. Shale's response is equally firm. It was self-defense. He is not wrong, and he is not going anywhere. Over the following days, something shifts. Shale starts actually teaching. He draws a direct line between his Vietnam experience and what these kids live every day. The turf wars, the loyalty codes, the cost of belonging to something dangerous. He does not lecture them. He talks to them like people. He asks Jerome what his name means in Apache.
Hey, Jerome, you know what your name means in Apache?
He tells them about the gangs he ran with at 12 years old. He asks how many of them have been to a funeral. Too many hands go up. But Shale is not here to win a teaching award. He is running a covert operation, and the intel is starting to come in. Here is what Shale pieces together, and it is worse than anything he expected going in. The Kings of Destruction are not just a street gang running protection rackets and intimidating teachers. They are a fully operational drug distribution network, and the man at the top of it is not some cartel boss operating from a warehouse across town. It is Principal Claude Roll, the community hero, the ex-cop who chose education over devastation after the Liberty City riots. The man shaking hands at fundraisers and giving speeches about the future of Miami's youth. He has been running cocaine through Columbus High School for years, using the KOD as his street-level distribution arm, using the school buses as transport vehicles, and using the students themselves as unwitting cover. The institution built to protect these kids has been weaponized against them. Shale's crew moves fast. They intercept one of Glade's drug deals on the water, a boat exchange that goes sideways the moment Shale's team arrives. They take the cash, and then they do something that nobody in this story saw coming. They donate it to the school. Sports equipment, musical instruments, laptops, art supplies, lab equipment. The kids think a miracle just happened. What actually happened is that a mercenary decided, for reasons even he cannot fully explain, that these students deserve better than what they have been given. But Rolla is not blind. He knows someone is closing in. And when teacher Daryl Sherman and student Lisa Rodriguez accidentally witness the KOD loading drug packages onto a school bus, Rolla makes a cold, calculated decision. Sherman has seen too much. He has to go. Sherman hides Lisa under a stairwell, tells her to find Shale.
Mr. Sherman. No, listen. Tell Smith. Tell him everything, okay?
Then he walks back out, deliberately knowing what it will cost him, and creates a distraction. Roll executes him, a good man, a teacher who actually cared, dead in a school hallway because he was standing in the wrong place and working for the wrong principal. Roll's next move is predictable to anyone who has ever run an operation: eliminate the loose ends. And Shale's biggest loose end is Jane. Roll sends Lacus and the KOD to her apartment. If Shale has a vulnerability, one single point of failure in his entire armor, it is her. Shale tears through them. But there are too many and the space is too tight. He is overwhelmed until Jane's landlord knocks on the door at exactly the right moment. One distraction. That is all Shale needs. He breaks free, and the gang members who came to finish him do not walk out of that apartment. Lacus has Jane, gun pressed to her head. Shale cannot get a clean shot. The standoff holds for a long, terrible moment. And then Jerome, the student, the 16-year-old kid who was tied up on the couch and had every reason to stay down. He does not stay down. He shoots Lacus from behind, ending the standoff in a single pull of the trigger. A teenager saves the day because somewhere between the ice pick and the Apache lesson, a mercenary gave him something worth protecting. Lisa finds them. She tells Shale everything she saw: the buses, the boiler room, the whole pipeline. Now Shale has the full picture. He knows the target, he knows the layout, and he is done being Mr. Smith. Shale deploys his team to Columbus High under cover of darkness. 4 mercenaries against the KOD, against Johnny Glades and his crew, who want their stolen drug money back.
Here, what?
Oh, man, come on, Harry. He was my buddy.
Here, what happens to the guy responsible if I don't get my money back?
Against a rival 12-man mercenary unit led by a man named Janus, hired to clean up the mess. And against Roll himself, who has a corrupt police force on his payroll and absolutely nothing left to lose. The school becomes a war zone. Hallways that smelled like chalk and cafeteria food 12 hours ago now echo with gunfire. Classrooms become cover. Stairwells become kill zones. The boiler room, where the drugs are stored, where the whole operation lives, is the objective.
Boxes go. Check the stuff. Hurry.
Shale moves through the building like he designed it himself. Every corner cleared, every threat neutralized before it becomes a problem. Glade's men fall first, then Janus and his mercenaries, professionals who underestimated what they were walking into. The KOD, without Lacus to hold them together, fractures under pressure. And then there is only Rolla, the principal, the politician, the man who stood in front of parents and promised their children a future while he was stealing it from them. Roll tries to negotiate, tries to frame it as survival, as pragmatism, as the only way to keep the school funded and the lights on. He looks Shale in the eye and says he never sold out his own people. Shale has heard better lies from better men in worse places. The man who called himself an educator, who turned school buses into drug mules and used children as cover, gets exactly what he earned. When the dust settles, only Shale and Joey walk out. The school is free.